In this video, I'll explain how to create links between sequences in Wonda VR. To begin, it's important to understand all types of links, with a user action on an element, at the beginning of the sequence, at a specific time, at the same time code, automatic transitions at the end of a sequence. Here's an example of linked sequences in a Wonda VR project. I can just click on a button that takes me into a video sequence, and in here I can set an invisible link on a character to go back to the menu. We will now see how to create this in the software. In the editor, I have my storyboard where I created two sequences, a photo sequence and a video sequence. In the video footage, I've already arranged some images, and on one of these images, I'll create a link to my video sequence that's called Venus Beach. Once the link is created, this image becomes a button with which I'll be able to interact through a gaze interaction if I'm using a VR headset, or by tapping if I'm in touch mode. If I go back to my storyboard, you'll notice the creation of an arrow going from my photo sequence to my video sequence. I can find all the properties related to my image in the Properties panel here on the right. As soon as I determine a target sequence for my button, the Seek option appears. If I activate it, I have the choice between two options. The first is a link to my target sequence at a particular time code. This means that I can choose to arrive at a specific moment in the target sequence. This is useful to create chapters within a video, for example. I also have the option of having a link to the target sequence at the same time code as my starting sequence. For example, if I interact after 30 seconds on a button, I will start the target sequence at 30 seconds. This is very useful when a scene is captured by several cameras. I can also create a link directly from the storyboard by pulling an arrow from the white half sphere of my video sequence towards my target sequence. This will create a transparent hotspot in the Venus Beach sequence. I can check the automatic transition option for this link. This will result in automatically redirecting the user to the sequence menu after reaching the end of the Venus Beach sequence. Now, if I enter into the Venus Beach sequence, this will result in a hotspot element that appears behind the end cursor of the sequence. Finally, it's also possible to make each area of my video interactive. For example, here I can drag a transparent hotspot onto my scene and place it on my character. Then, I only have to assign a link to this hotspot. So if I go back to my storyboard, I can now see that a new arrow from my video sequence to my menu sequence has been created.